Brenda Crichlow is here.
And I believe the gang's all here now.
Yeah. And now the panel can begin. Over to you, Foal Papers.
Over to me, that's problematic. So, I'm not sure if we're doing the same thing we did earlier. I would like to, but do we have the volunteers that we need to distribute the index cards so that we can get some questions from the audience? You got it? Excellent. There are index cards and there are pencils at the back desk, I believe. Zyra's got them, and they will be coming to you. So write down your questions for Brenda, Andrea, and Peter, and we will see if we can answer some of these for you. Or they will see, and I will just sit here looking awkward.
Remember, the cardinal rule of these questions is we cannot answer anything season 4 related, and on and on and on.
It's a trap!
It's a trap!
Objection!
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
Now you shall fetch a rope!
Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow.
So that is the theme song for season 4, right?
Meow, 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 meow.
Well, yeah, My Little Kitty. We had to change a few things.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow,
So, while these cards are getting passed out, while you're thinking about your questions and writing them down, I don't think these three need any introduction again, but just for fun, I'm going to have them introduce themselves again, just in case any of you out there don't know who our wonderful guests are. So, if you would please introduce yourselves and say your roles on the show.
My name is Andrea Libman. I play Pinkie Pie and Fluttershy.
And my name is Brenda Crichlow, and I play Zecora. It's Rima Aurora, Menorah, Hanukkah.
And well, I just need no introduction. Yep. Peter New, ladies and gentlemen, Peter New.
So, how many of you in the audience were here for the earlier panel with the huge casting crew? Were you all here, most of you?
How many weren't here for the earlier panel?
That's the better question. Why aren't you hosting this?
Well, you gave me the idea of the question. I wouldn't have thought of that without you.
Oh, well, you're
See, that's one.
Thank you. Collaboration, yes, that's what we've got going on here. We'll co-host the panel.
Okay.
I'll let you do all the talking, and I'll sit here being British, and it's going to work brilliantly.
You're going to be the British Andy Richter to my Canadian Conan O'Brien. You don't understand the reference. It's perfect.
No, I don't.
Pinky Mac.
So, as the questions come in, there is one right here. I hope it's a good one. If it's blank, I'm going to look quite silly. Okay, well, this is a question for Andrea Libman.
Okay.
Yes. I like your hat, by the way, Andrea.
Thank you.
The question is, could Pinkie Pie congratulate Pink Mist for winning the costume contest?
Yeah. Yeah, congratulations, Pink Mist. Your costume was awesome. I have no idea what it was, but hopefully you were dressed up like a bowling ball. Or something.
Big round of applause then for Pink Mist. Oh my. Okay, this is a good one to start off with. It has to do with your characterizations and how you sort of begin the process of creating a new voice for a new character. How do you get into character and find the voice for them? And you could take it in any order you like.
Well, I think it's different every time and with every voice. Sometimes I'll step out of the shower and I'll see my face in the mirror and I'm doing something funny with my face and I'll go, oh, what does that sound like when I keep doing that with my face? And then that will, you end up just kind of practicing in whatever way, at least I do. Mostly what'll happen is you get a script, there's usually a picture of the character with the script. A lot of the times I'll just try to pick a feature in the character, like they have a big nose or a big chin, and I'll just start from that. Stick my chin out and go, oh. Yes. And then is he wealthy and snooty, or is he humble and whatever? And so you just start adding on characteristics, and it changes it and alters it. And the more you do it, also the more you start to look at, well, does it make sense if it's this very snooty character? Should I go with this sort of thirst and howl thing, or is it overdone? And then
Is it better to go, well, I'm snooty and this isn't the voice you'd expect from somebody snooty?
is it better to go completely opposite or whatever? So you just kind of juggle those choices until you settle on something that you like.
And once you have 1, 2, 3 of those in your bag of tricks, you go to the audition, and then sometimes you end up throwing that all away because it's not the direction that they would like to go. So you're left with, a moment of, okay, and it's, all about being able to take the criticism, I can't even speak, the critique, taking criticism, and then knowing how to improv on the fly. And earlier on the panel, I don't know if you heard some of the writers, for those of you who were here, and they were talking about writer's block. Sometimes actors have a moment where they go, oh my God, I don't know what to do. What am I going to do? Okay, how can I do that differently than the, half hour I spent practicing it? But sometimes they'll give you a thought or an idea and say, well, it sounds like, can you give us something like, okay, that's too high, or that's too fast, or we don't understand that accent. So it gradually becomes a collaborative effort from what you've brought into the room. Yeah?
I agree.
Well, here's a question for you, Andrea. And it's probably one you get quite a lot, but how do you sort of navigate the huge differences between the two characters that you play?
Actually, I think it helps me that they're so different. It's easier to just be able to push completely one way. I know with Pinkie Pie, I can go high and I can go higher, it's fine, it's all Pinkie Pie. And I can go fast, 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 fast. And that's all good. So as fast, as high, as crazy, as all over the map as possible. So I can just push her to, as out there as she can possibly be. And what's so amazing is they actually keep the takes sometimes. So it's like, yeah. And then Fluttershy, it's just the complete opposite direction. Like, how quiet can we get away with? How shy can she be? And, and then that's kind of how, like, the little squeak, the Flutter squeak came to be. And she was just so shy that, nothing even comes out sometimes. And
So this is a question for you, Peter New, and I can't now remember which of you is Peter New.
I'll field it.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh,
Hold on.
dear.
Yep. What would you like to know?
Yep! See? It's me.
Do you ever wish that your character was more talkative? And I know we touched on this a little bit earlier with the monologue. How does that work for you?
I'm of two minds about it, ultimately. Obviously, as an actor, I definitely want to talk more, because then I feel like I'll, get more, I don't know.
Money.
Which is not really true, actually. But,
no, I'm just kidding.
But, yeah. Wait, hang on, you get paid by the word?
Oh.
Wow.
And I say a lot of words. Can I invent some new words? Never said it. Why don't we just throw that one in there?
Yeah,
I'll get a writer credit too.
So yeah, as an actor, you want to say more because you feel like, oh yeah, I get to exercise what I do more. But then I'm enough of a writer as well that I can recognize what they're trying to do with the character, and they're really trying to create what they've created, which is this very strong, silent, possibly wise character who can judge something with a word. And I really love that. I love that character exists in the show, and I love to play that character. So if you give him more and more and more and more to talk about, then he just becomes verbose like me. And I don't know if that ruins it or not. So I don't know. I'd like it. I trust them if they give me more to say them, but I don't know.
I'm pretty sure everyone in the audience would love it if Big Mac got a few more lines. What do you think, guys? Speaking of which, there is a line. There are like 5 cards in here, all of which are saying pretty much the same thing. They're asking you, how many times you've been asked to say, and also to say the schmoopy-doo line.
so far at this convention, I think I've only said it once.
Would you feel comfortable saying it again for everyone?
Oh, I don't know. Shmoo-be-doo!
Oh dear, this has just been dropped off from the chair.
Because you don't have my phone number.
It's a question for Foal Papers.
Oh, for Foal Papers.
Oh, God.
Well, no, but I think it's meant for me. Is it meant for Foley or for me, Larson?
I feel a nightmare
you.
coming on.
You're supposed
This
to
joke
read it to
rules.
him. Use me next time.
MA Larson asks me, why won't you answer my calls? I did twice from 2 different numbers. I don't know if you'd noticed, sir, but I'm a little busy at the moment. I'll talk to you after the voice actor panel. I mean, can it wait? If it can't wait, give me the thumbs down and I'll just come over. It actually is an emergency. No? Ah. Thanks, man. What was I saying? Voice acting. Let's get back to it, shall we? This is a fun one, actually, because obviously you're constrained by the scripts you receive from people like Mitch Larson.
Yeah, except for Mitch's scripts. Yeah, we always say what the scripts say.
Well, with his, I'm sure you just make it
have
up
to
and
make
it's
it
better
up.
than what's on the page. But
Oh, there's Mitch.
love you, Mitch.
It's only because he's in the room.
Yeah, it's only because he's standing right back there, and he'll throw something at me later. But are you allowed any sort of ad-libbing in your work? And was there any sort of ad-libbing that you were surprised you got away with? Did any of it make it into the finished product?
We are, and actually, Jason and Jim are modifying a lot of lines sometimes these days lately. Just because sometimes things will be long and then you change one thing and then you have to modify the next. So lately it's been a lot more changes happening, and yeah, we try and sneak in our own flavor, but a lot of times we don't get away with it, but we try.
We do try.
Yeah, I mean, what you can do as a voice actor is add pre-life to your lines. If you see something happening in the direction, like you want to put a gasp in front of it, those types of things, or certain noise before or after to try and bring it to life a little bit more. That's our way of sneaking in more character, I guess.
Yeah, what happens too is it's all kept to time, so all of us could go on and on and on. I could do a whole and ooh, but with mine, I have to stop at some point. But you could go on, right?
Yeah, you could, right?
Yep. I have tried to improvise actually as Big Macintosh from time to time, and I always get, can we get one as written?
Yeah, you do. And just 5 more, just for.
Just 5 more. Could it sound a little bit?
I think the improv sometimes happens when we're not rolling. We really could go on and deviate completely from the script, which would be unfair to the written word.
Do you know who gets away with it though? Is Tabitha.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Especially with Granny Smith. They basically just, she has a paragraph and pretty much she'll just make stuff up.
She rewrites my lines sometimes. All of a sudden I see this hand with a pencil coming over onto my music stand. She's right next to me. She's right to my left. The pencil comes over and I'm like, yeah, okay. She just changes a few words and then, or she whispers in between, what if you said this instead of this? I'm like, oh, okay. She's got such a great mind for words, and yeah.
I think if you follow her on Twitter, you get that impression as well.
Yes.
This is a kind of a technical question, but it's quite interesting. I know a lot of people in the audience are quite interested in voice acting and getting into it, so I'm going to turn this into a 2-parter. First off, how do you sort of warm up your vocals for voice acting? What is your process for that? And also, what advice would you offer people who are interested in getting into the profession that you represent?
I think the best way to warm up for a regular type session is just talking. Like, sometimes if I have an afternoon session, I'm like, okay, I'll call one of my parents. But really, I mean, just talking is warming up your voice. And if it's a singing gig, then a little bit more, I'll do vocal warm-ups. And that's just me. But if it's If it's something where it's just going to be your normal voice, I don't really feel like I need to warm up too much. What about you guys?
Well, I sound different in the morning and I sound different in the afternoon. So I know for myself that I sound a bit like a frog, so I do have to vocalize a little bit more than maybe the next person just to wake my voice up. And it depends on the character and it depends on maybe the voice tag that I'm doing. I guess going through theater school and taking singing lessons, we all have exercises we would do, off to the side and maybe in private just to open it up. And, I don't want to give you all a big demonstration. I'd probably blow you right out of the room. But, you just have to be not afraid to vocalize and not be afraid to, make a fool if somebody's watching. Who cares? You've got to be the best you can be because your voice is your instrument, correct?
Well, I do it in the car, and sometimes I'm like, oh, why is someone looking at me? I'm like, oh yeah, windows rolled down. I'm like, I'm like, oh crap.
I don't know. Yeah, I'm the same as far as that goes. If it's usually for Big Mac, I don't warm up because I don't usually say very much, and so I don't feel like I need to be really ready, But again, yeah, I do a lot of singing with Sunil on Littlest Pet Shop, and I do, thank you.
Some fans of that show in the audience, I think, right?
Awesome. Woo, thank you very much. So I do warm up a bit more for that because I have a lot more to say, and definitely for songs. In terms of, what was the second part? Was how do you get...
Just advice to people who are interested in becoming voice actors.
Well, it's mostly that, but keep making noises, because you have to be ready and quick. You have to be confident. Because, as we said earlier, you prepare an audition and a thing, and then you go into the studio to do it, and they go, yeah, can you try it more the opposite of what you just did? And you have to be ready to go, oh, yeah, totally.
And
no
not
problem.
take it personally.
Not take it personally. And here's the product, finished, like I worked on it, in an instant. You have to be ready to do that. So, yeah, make noises. Make as many different noises as you can.
And then I'd say, with all those different noises, put a name to all those different noises that you can make, and maybe you might find a character in there. Listen, everybody has a range, right? No one person sounds the same. And if you can figure out for yourself where your range is and what accents you can do, and again, not be afraid to embody that character physically as well, you'd be surprised with what you can come up with. And I think for us, we're okay with being flexible, and if you could see us in the studio, some of us are standing back like this, and that's kind of half the fun, is watching our fellow colleagues, embody the character. So that would be the first thing, is take a moment and write the name. If you find an accent and you find a character, put a name to that one. You never know, you might find one that's like this, and I might have to name her Lily. Right? I don't know, I might use her somewhere for something. That's one character that they might ask in that range, or there might be something else that goes lower and lower. I don't know.
Will we confirm for having lines in season 4?
No season 4, no season 4, no season 4. Can't say anything, I'll say.
So this is a kind of a related question. What has sort of been the biggest hurdle you've faced in pursuing your career, and how did you overcome it?
Getting a job, and then I got the job.
I walked into that, didn't I?
But there's actually kind of true, in a way. I mean, I know it's a sort of silly answer, but
we like silly answers.
It is remarkably daunting, as if there's anyone out there that wants to be an actor or a voice actor, and you've not really tried yet. The whole idea that you could possibly have a job one day seems incredible and daunting. And yeah, that was for all of us too, except for maybe Andrea, who started when she was 6, and so it probably just happened. But there's, if you keep at it and you're persistent, eventually you'll get a job, and then that psychologically prepares you for the next one, because you think, oh yeah, I did it. I got one. I can do this, and so then you become more and more confident and more ready to do the next one and the next one and the next one.
I feel that way though. Now.
No, you don't.
I do. Well, because when I was a kid, it was just like, whatever, this is fun and it doesn't matter. And then all of a sudden you're like, oh, I have bills to pay. So, yeah.
I think too, along the lines of what Peter was saying, it's the audition process. Sometimes you really want that role, and you think you went in and you did a really great job, and well, you didn't get it. Or sometimes you do get it and say, wow, oh my gosh, I'm going to be working with, and I'm doing, and it's a moment to kind of realize, okay, I got the job because of ABC. Now it's time to go and put that to work. So it's a hurdle to get over, and that's just nerves and confidence. And sometimes as actors, as voice actors, and or as just performers, film, television, we have good days and bad days, just like everybody else. We're not always on our game. There's a moment sometimes where, real life takes over.
Except Peter, right?
Except Peter, because Peter's always on the go, right? On the fly.
That's not true. There's a show that they shoot in Vancouver, and I won't name it because I don't want to jinx myself too badly. There's a show that they shoot. I've auditioned for it about maybe 5 or 6 times and not gotten the job every time. And it's because every time I go into the room, I can't remember my lines. I just blank. I'm just off. I go, and I try to do it a second time in the same part of the script. After I've looked at it, I go, always with this show. No other show. I don't know why that show. I know. Something in my head. No, I don't have the part.
This was an audition process?
Like
they kept bringing you in because they liked you?
It's 5 different auditions for the same show. They keep bringing me back, so they see something.
They see so. Oh wow.
But yeah, I just every time I audition for that show, I just go, sorry.
See, that's why I like voice acting, because the words are right there in front of you.
Yeah, what Andrea is saying, in film and television, they really like that you can be off book. So if this is your script, they like you to have it memorized, and even though you walk in the room with the paper, you're able to relate to your fellow actor. With voice work, we have the scripts right in front, and we have headsets on. So sometimes, because film and television auditions are like, 20 seconds, 30 seconds in the room, you're in and out, maybe a minute or 2 if the director and producer are in the room, you get 1 shot. If you're lucky, you get 2. So if you have a moment and you do flub or forget, it's kind of like, But the one person who's always consistently on your side is the casting director. So the casting director obviously likes Peter and is bringing you back for another opportunity.
Because everything else they cast, I do really well in the room. It's just that one. I don't know why. But yeah, I mean, those kinds of patterns and obstacles really, they come up.
Very good. We've got a really strange question here, kind of off
Andrea?
the wall, but it's also got a really cute picture of Pinkie Pie on it, so I'm going to ask it just for that and hand it to you, Andrea. But what is your favorite?
Right now.
No. What is your favorite bubble gum, each of you, or especially you, Andrea?
Well, I'll tell you what's not. Would be. Did you have one of those gumballs from the restaurant last night?
No, I saw you all going for it. Was it good?
No. No.
We went to, where did we go?
Desperado.
They had a big gumball machine there. They had yellow and blue.
Good tacos.
But the
gumballs were
crappy.
Gumball machine.
I'll eat tacos.
Tacos.
Anytime that I go there. But I won't have your gumballs.
No. Not a gumballs.
That's the end.
Anyways.
You realise there's going to be a techno dubstep remix of that within 20 minutes, right?
Fully animated and ready to go.
What's your favorite gum? I don't know. I like mints gum. Minty.
I like sort of that cinnamon and rain, I think is one. Rain?
I stopped chewing gum when they stopped putting sugar in it.
Clorets has sugar in it still.
Really?
Well, sorry.
I'm sort of off it now.
While we're talking favourites, this is an interesting question. Who is your favourite character that you don't voice on the show? Yes. I guess the question assumes that the characters you do voice are your favourites, but I'm not sure.
They probably are.
Brenda wants to do Applejack. If I could do Applejack any day of the week, I would be quite happy with that. My accent's terrible.
I would be
but...
Twilight Sparkle. Just so I could come in every time, because I love coming in. And I don't come to the sessions when I'm not in the show. So if I were Twilight, I could be there.
I think Granny Smith is pretty hysterical. Yeah.
Well, no, she goes out
You
some
sound like a
water
terrible
here.
car accident.
I get some grease here. Yes.
Warning, do not attempt these voices at home. These are professional voice actors.
But did you see where everybody's face went? Everybody all of a sudden started to look like this. Like all like this all of a sudden.
So, I'm just working my way through these questions here. I want to hit the salient points. Well, you're here at this kind of convention. I think this is your 13th, Andrea, if I'm not mistaken. You've been to quite a few of them.
Lucky 13.
Lucky 13. Wow.
And thank you again all for being here, I think. Huge round of applause for that. But
It's a total delight to be here.
Yeah,
so
we
thank
love
you.
to be here. Thanks for having us.
Thank you for being here, because without you being here, we don't
We
get
won't
to
be here. Yeah.
Imagine if we were just here.
That'd be awkward.
Yeah.
so, I mean, the question connected with that is, what do you make of all this, of the fact that the show has become so popular amongst such an unexpected demographic, and just its huge rise in popularity over the last couple of years? What has that been like for you as an experience?
Okay, I'll answer that one because I was the newbie on board. Pleasantly surprised. I did an interview and I had no idea who were bronies. And I had no clue the following of the show in particular, but my own character, because I come in, do my job, and go. And it wasn't until Ralph sort of mentioned to me, there's sort of an interest in Zecora. Okay. And then I went to my first convention, EQLA, and got to meet everybody, and have since now had an opportunity at a couple other ones to meet some friends again and get to know some really amazing, giving, talented in their own right people. It's a pretty neat experience. So, thank you very much. Right back at you.
You're allowed to applaud. She's saying nice things about you.
Can I just jump in again for a second?
Please.
Here's an example of why this is very near and dear to my heart and very special. This is a fellow, his name is Daniel. And I'm just going to read you something that he wrote. I don't know, Daniel, are you here? There you are. Hi, Daniel. Everybody say a big hello to Daniel.
Hello, Daniel.
I asked him if it was okay if I just read a little snippet of what he wrote. And for us, this is something that it touches all of us. He said, "Dear MLP, My Little Pony cast, thank you for bringing MLP film here. And with my friends, you have caused me to come down here and either change or work, and I felt like giving up on people. But one day I met my other friend who really doesn't hang out a lot. And after watching my first MLP, I was wondering why, because he's a guy and he's even older than me. And after watching one episode, my sadness went away. And the show brought me joy." I'm reading word for word what he wrote. "After the past 2 years, I watch it every day on Saturdays. I'll wake up extra early to watch my favorite ponies while eating apple bakes, drinking cider," the non-alcoholic one, he actually wrote that, "and enjoy 1 hour of my happy time. And every episode, I learn something new. Also, one day to play Ponymon and, what is that, ROM hack? And try to make my own OC character and listen to my MP3 with a remix of the original MLP song. So just wanted to say thank you and hope that you all have a good day." I hope I sort of gave it justice. So there you go.
I think that really is representative of the feelings and the experience of a lot of people sitting in this audience, and how much the show has come to mean to so many people, and the gratitude that we have for all the work that you and the rest of the cast and crew do. So thank you again. I don't know where to go from that. It was too touching. All of these questions are all upbeat, and I'm still all these feels. Talk amongst yourselves for a moment. Actually, no, this is a fun one. This is a good follow-up. No. Well, I'm just thinking now of a couple of questions ago when you got the card with a little drawing of your OC on it. I beg your pardon, your OC. Your character on it. Whew. Have you ever gone to a toy store and bought merchandise of your character? And I'm going to open that up a little bit
Yes.
Wider. What's up?
I think we all have.
Yes. No, they didn't recognize me.
No, not even close. But I can't resist. Like there's something that comes over me. It's like, give it to me. It's like I don't have any reason. And I make up reasons. I'm like, I think it's somebody's niece's birthday or something.
Yeah. I just have to have this
Just
ready
have to have
for
it.
Christmas 2016.
I bought I volunteer at Children's Hospital, and they brought in the little new plushies, and they're so cute, and they're a little sparkly, and I just love them, and I bought the whole stock.
Did you ask if they had any more in the back?
Yes!
Awesome.
They're for gifts. It's for Christmas gifts.
You need just a room just for those guys.
I know.
I went through the dealer's hall and got to meet some of the artists, and some things were gifts to me, and a few other things I purchased just as a respect thing to the artists. So yeah, I am a fan. I like to collect this, that, and the other too.
I have a huge collection of things now. It's awesome. I love it.
It's cool. Everything's so pretty.
Well, yeah. I mean, I've already been twice through the vendors hall here because everything is. You can't see
Did you
everything.
get Monopoly? I heard you bought
I
Monopoly.
did. I bought My Little Pony Monopoly.
That's so cool.
And I'm going to use, because it doesn't come with a Big Mac figurine, I'm just going to use one that I have, which I recommend you all do as well.
Perfect.
It's not. I don't have a Princess Big Mac but small enough to put on a Monopoly board.
So next convention, you know what's bringing us.
Yet. I don't know. At Everfree, somebody asked what toy or piece of merchandise would you like that you've never seen, and I said I think there should be a Big Mac Magic 8-Ball. I haven't seen it yet. Sam, you could be the first if you're out there watching. You have to ask a yes or no question.
So here's a question I just cleverly thought of. What piece of merchandise would you like that you haven't seen before?
A Big Mac Magic 8-Ball.
That would be highly original, much like the question. Yes, I'm sorry, these are, please do jump in if you have answers.
A Big Mac Magic 8-Ball.
Brenda.
Big Mac Magic 8-Ball.
That's right.
Yep, we can do that.
What's that?
Sip a ball and eat an apple.
Yeah.
Yes, because that'll be harder to make.
Someone in here will have made it for you by the next con. And this one
That's what they told me at the last con.
I'll take full
Somebody
responsibility.
dropped a Magic 8-Ball.
I'm not going to say this one out loud. I'm just going to pass it to either of you and... Microphone?
Microphone.
Am I still coming through? Okay. I'm going to pass it to either of you and he can do with it what he likes.
Could you warn us in rhyme, please, to not continue?
Security to the stage, please. This one is for Andrea. What is your favourite song to sing on the show? Because you've had many, and I'm not sure, not discounting season 4, perhaps Sakura or Big Mac have songs in season 4, but you can't tell us about that.
I can tell you about that. I was given permission to tell you that Big Mac sings in season 4.
Except for me already know that.
It's a trap!
But most of you didn't.
San Diego Comic-Con.
San Diego Comic-Con, they played the animatic of the Apples Forever song, and apparently I was mixed low, and that will be corrected by the time they air it. But yeah, I'm in there.
A big Macintosh song is coming in season. Are you excited about that? I am.
And Hasbro said I could say that.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah,
Yeah, they did.
Yep, they did.
But the question was for Andrea.
Wow, then you sidetracked with a thing about the thing.
Well, I have to be an annoying person and say that the best is yet to come. I know. But I will give you this. She's an evil enchantress. She does evil dances and keep looking in her eyes. She knows she's enchantress, so watch out!
And I'm really a nice person. Really, I am.
I didn't mean it.
I know.
You're okay, even though you're
Thank you, Andrea. I scared you tonight.
I'm seeing Bob in the corner out there. Bob, how are we doing on time? What time are we at?
You have 20 minutes.
We have 20 minutes. Excellent.
Official answer or the practical answer?
Which one is longer?
Well, I only had it. The official answer is 20 minutes. Thank you. The unofficial answer is it's y'all's dinner.
Thank you for coming, we're done. No, I think we've got time then for a few more questions. If
Steaky
you're okay.
steak, steaky steak,
Barbecue,
steaky steak,
barbecue. You're just going to spend the next 20 minutes scatting, so you might want to know.
about food items.
Oh, chocolate cake, chocolate cake,
Jimmy Changos too. Just get a old fashioned rancho Tex-Mex. What do we have? I don't know. It was good, was it? What was the other thing we had today? In and out, in and out, in and out.
Oh, darn.
Tex-Mex. Yum, yum.
Andrea Libman has something going on.
Yes, what's going on here?
Your phone is just your phone ringing. No, what's going on?
Now let me see if I've got this right. Was this your first time in and out?
No, is it yours?
Womp womp.
It's been 7 years, actually. It's been a
And?
long time, but it was worth the wait. Oh no.
Did you enjoy your burger? Yes.
Burgers. Excellent.
That was some seriously good, fine food. Thank you very much. Woo! First time I tried it. Loved it.
Now you all have hats but me. Sort of. No, that's got.
That's a turkey baster. Why is there a turkey
What is
baster
that
on the
doing
table?
here? Why is that here?
Dusty, I'm not worthy!
You're right, you're not.
Although I suddenly feel so much more adventurous. I have a bullwhip for some reason.
Why was this on the table? It was here when we got here. Canadian water pistol. You know, we actually, despite our more legislated gun laws, we are permitted to have water pistols. I will admit, in Canada. We can publicly shoot each other with water anywhere in the nation. Although,
I don't think at the library, not at the library.
Not at the library. We're going to be in City Hall. But or over the Arctic Circle, you might want to avoid it because it's just,
That could hurt.
it could hurt, yeah.
A seal may get hurt.
Yeah, you don't want to hurt a baby seal.
No.
This is dangerous. This should be taken away. Because you don't want to hurt a baby seal.
Because I'm confiscating it. Right.
That was fast.
Question for all three. Do you have a favourite villain from the show? If so, which one and why?
I like Discord the best because because his voice is rad, John Delancey, and B, because have you seen the character design on that? It's awesome character design. It's just cuckoo. I love it.
Do we have any Discords in the audience, cosplayers? Surely we must have one. I've got a Discord plushie in the back. Very nice.
Yeah, Discord rules.
My favorite villain is Zecora. I mean,
Oh, no. We never judge a book by its cover. You can take a second look, young lady.
but you're so stripey.
Oh, Stripey, the new stripe is in.
Just kidding. Discord.
Discord all the way. Interesting. Yeah, no love for Sombra, no love for Chrysalis.
Yes, Chris!
You know what? I thought Sombra was a really neat idea. I thought that was a cool idea that I think if they develop it could be way creepier and could get even more awesome. I don't think I've seen that one.
So, actually, there was we asked this earlier, and I think the answer was that you blew out your voice for season 4, Andrea. But have you ever lost your voice during a take? I guess Brenda and Peter. And
Yes,
what were the circumstances?
This was on a film set. I had to scream repetitively, and it was difficult because I was off camera when they were doing something else on camera, and they wanted me in the background with my voice, and it's a full-on blood-curdling scream. And take 1 sounds great. Take 2, not so bad. By the time you get to take 3, 4, and 5, it's like, and you know, the reason for so many takes on a film set is, well, could be technical, could be camera, could be positioning, could be an actor, something. So they're doing take after take where they're changing where the cameras are going to be. So yeah, by the time I came to go on camera, I was talking like this. It was like, all right, here we go, and not a whole lot of sound came out, but I looked really good. So come looping time, which means after a show is done in post, you go in and do that again in the studio. When we did Madeline was one that I had to sing a repetitive line and really belt it, and that line was Jumbo Africa? Yeah, they wanted me to, the director wanted me to raunch my voice at the very end of it, so it needed to sound Jumbo Africa. Okay, that's not a good one. Do it again. Jumbo Africa. Do it again. Ja. And then, you can imagine at the end it was like, I'm not sounding so good. So repetitive stuff, as much as you try to protect your voice after a while. Yeah, just an example.
Some of the jobs I had fairly early on were for some anime, dubbing some anime into English, stuff like Inuyasha and I played a lot of demons and things in that show, and if you are not familiar with it, basically, as it seems to me anyway, because I played a lot of demons, basically every episode it was, oh, there's a cat demon this week, or a rat demon, or a hair demon. I was a hair demon, which was basically an eyeball with hair that had to growl. And basically all of these demons sounded some version of like, and you think, oh yeah, I'm gonna be awesome, I'm gonna do that. And then you turn the page and there's another page of you screaming like, and the different ways of screaming it. And then, this time it's angry, now it's afraid, now it has to die. And then it comes back to life and then it dies again. And you have to go, and at the end of a 4-hour session of doing nothing but that, yeah, my voice was pretty tired.
Getting down to the last questions here, I'm just trying to choose the order. Shifting them around. 10 minutes? Well, we have enough time.
I'll take this one.
Yeah, I think this one's good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just saw that over your shoulder. I hope that's okay.
No, go for it.
Do you want to take it with me?
Yeah. Bren?
Do you want to join us on that one? 2, 3, 4.
Meow, 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 meow.
It says meow, 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 meow.
Excellent question. Thank you so much for that.
If you take nothing away from this panel besides meow, 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 I'm glad you at least have that lesson.
Meow?
Hmm?
Meow?
Meow, meow.
Meow, meow, meow.
It has to rhyme.
10 more minutes. Let's go.
Meow, 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 meow.
Meow, 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 meow.
Woof. What was that last one?
Just biding my time.
What'd you have for breakfast, Peter? What'd you have for lunch, Peter?
I didn't. You guys went to In-N-Out Burger without me.
Oh, wah, wah, wah. Now you missed out. What else to tell you about?
I'd defend you, mate, but that's unforgivable.
No, I was off doing something else. That's fine. Go on. It's fine.
Oh dear.
What will I find about it?
Well, we could tell him the truth. Peter said he doesn't really like In-N-Out.
It's true. I don't love it.
America!
I've only had it once. Thank you. Thank you. What? Someone called me a communist. I don't like In-N-Out Burger. I would rather that the proletariat give tax to people so that the people... Really? I don't like your burger shop. I've only had it once. I had it in LA, and maybe it was just a bad one or something, but it was just like, this is just like a McDonald's. What's the big deal? So, that's what I hear now, belatedly. And we'll stop. I don't know. It's an In-N-Out Burger secret.
Just for fun, I think everyone should bring him an In-N-Out Burger tomorrow for lunch. Your table will be full of them.
Yeah, whatever I don't eat, I'll auction. Oh, I'll try it. If it gets put in front of me, I'll try it again, sure.
Anything?
But there might be a bite out of one. Just saying.
So, moving on from In-N-Out, although... Just a moment for In-N-Out. Does your work ever affect your sort of outside lives aside from conventions? Does your work ever sort of affect your lives, the rest of your lives, aside from coming to conventions? Does it wreak havoc with your lives? Aside from going into toy stores and not being able to stop yourselves from buying the characters.
I had to sign autographs at my daughter's school.
That's awesome.
It was really cute. I had to. I was cornered, and they were like, "Are you really the guy that does the thing?" And I was like, "Yeah." Oh God, I gotta get him some paper. Just wait right there. I gotta get him some paper. And they ran off. They got paper. They came back. Signed autographs.
I got recognized for a couple other film projects that I had done, and then when I mentioned that I voiced Zecora, then I had a whole bunch of 12-year-old girls at my sister's school, wanting to chat, and it was interesting because I was incognito for a little while, just kind of going in and doing stuff. Now I come in and you get a little wave. They're in class or they're on their way to the library, and it's okay. Pay attention to your teacher. It's okay. It's okay. It's very sweet.
I think it's also whenever you talk to people and they're like, "Oh, what is it that you do?" People are like, "What?" It's an instant. People are interested, and I find that really cool because it makes it easy to talk to just about anyone. They're like, "What is that like?"
What just happened?
Someone's leaning against the light switch. There's magic here.
I like it with them. Can you give me your voice?
Yep, there's magic.
So many remixes.
Well, when you sing that song in Little Mermaid, that's
right. That Ursula steals your voice.
Your voice.
But then you have to convince Prince Eric to kiss you within 3 days, with only the help of a tiny little craft.
Under the sea.
Under the sea. Oh, it was only. The sweet, a little succulent crab.
I'm not going to stop you. Keep going.
I don't know the words, Sally. You have to do it. Lost it.
I'm going to reverse things here. And make you do the work here, although you're doing all the work anyway. What is one question that you've always wanted to be asked at a convention that you've never actually been asked, and what is your answer to it?
Yeah, not that one.
I know. What's something that we don't know about you?
And your answer?
Oh, am I supposed to answer that?
No, you have to answer.
You have to answer. What's something we don't know about you, Foal Papers? Each and every one of you has to answer. What's something we don't know about you?
Just yell it out. Ready?
Yell it out.
1, 2, 3.
That is fascinating.
Wow.
I'm adorable.
You're adorable. We knew that, actually. Yeah.
Oh, I still want your answers to that question now.
Okay. Okay. I can play the piano backwards.
That's cool.
It's one piece. That doesn't mean that you would know the piece too, because Andrea is working on her ARCT, which means it's the last grade to finish for piano. I got as far as grade 9 piano, right? It's a grade 6 piece, and it's probably the only piece that I could do that with because I don't know. You can put it in the treble
I
clef.
can't even imagine
and the
doing
other
that with anything simple. I think that'd be so hard.
You know that one? You can do it backwards. I don't know how I discovered that. It's probably about 10, but I can play it backwards.
Do you mean from the end to the beginning, or
No, just the first.
or standing on the other side?
Oh, I thought you were playing the piano like this.
That's what I thought you meant.
Yeah, then you can turn around and do that. I just discovered that fooling around on the piano when I should have been focusing, practicing, right? You're a kid, so it's just like.
I'll tell you something that's sort of about me, or it's actually really kind of about Andrea that you might not know, I suppose.
Ooh.
Oh dear.
Andrea is my daughter's piano teacher.
Yeah, we just started. It's so fun. so fun.
She's 37, and you know.
All right, one final question then, I think. Is it that time? It is that time. One final question.
60 seconds.
59, 58. What's this then?
Oh, yes! It's a brand new Big Mac Magic 8 apple. The best!
Thank you so much.
How about them apples?
How about them?
Keep on with your bad self. It's work.
That's awesome.
You know what? I think that's the perfect note to end things on. So let's have another huge round of applause for our guests, Peter New,
Thank you.
Andrea Libman, and Brenda Crichlow.